Brantford Mayor Kevin Davis joins us this morning, checking in with mayors around the region. It's your turn. Let's address the elephant on our set.
Well, so first of all, I don't bring magic today or illusion.
No.
But I actually bring, Ferrero loves Morning Live. And every time that I say that I'm coming to Morning Live, a basket shows up in my office. And every time the basket keeps getting larger. I think I needed a crane to bring this thing in.
He actually had to have a cart to bring this in, and it took two of us to bring it onto the
what's
table.
interesting about this includes product that they make in Europe and distribute in Europe that we don't yet see here in North America.
Okay. But it could.
It could.
And let's let the viewers know, Ferrero is your biggest employer.
It's our biggest employer by numbers of employees in Brantford. Also, it's our largest taxpayer. And they're now in a competition with other Ferrero plants to bring over some of these lines they make in Europe to be the North American production center for a lot of these lines, which will, radically expand the reach of this plant and the number of employees.
And that's huge, because
huge.
I know that they're
huge.
already a big anchor tenant of kind of that commercial area that's just outside of.
Yeah, and that whole area now has, Barry Callebaut is going to have a plant there.
And what's that?
Well, that's the world's largest chocolate manufacturer. And so they have a plant that they're building in the same area. Hershey's, another large chocolate distributor, they have a large distribution center, the Canadian distribution center, right not far from the Ferrero plant.
Is Brantford becoming the chocolate city?
We're becoming the food agriculture, the agricultural processing center, I think, for southwestern Ontario. It's about 25% of our local economy. It's growing. We have a business called Hilton Foods from Europe, and they're going to be supplying protein products for Walmart across North America. And there'll be, several hundreds of jobs, and that plant is now in the process of being constructed. In fact, this afternoon I'm attending a food processing summit in Brampton to market our community to food processors.
Right, because with so many it's not competition, right? It's people that are using maybe the same distribution networks, right? Great idea to have everybody all in one.
Yeah, and also a workforce that's familiar with those processors and those industries, and also a city hall that understands the needs of food processors. We think Brantford's a great place for these companies to locate.
Great Hamilton connection too on our show yesterday, where we were at Hope of Ports. One of the big bulk products that they bring in is sugar, and they mention a lot of it goes to Ferrero. So yeah, important for the economy there. You also have a Costco coming in.
Yeah, we do. Finally, after 20 years of effort by myself and previous councils and mayors, November 8th, that is when Costco opens, and we no longer have to drive to Ancaster.
Not that there's anything wrong.
There's anything wrong with Ancaster.
My Costco.
But I mean, that traffic around that Ancaster Costco is a nightmare.
Well, now people might be coming out to the Brantford Costco, though.
We hope they will come to the Brantford Costco and also enjoy whatever is in the mall right next to Costco.
Yeah, because it's at Lynden Park Mall.
It is, right off the 403.
Okay. I want to get quickly, you're bringing forward a proposal that you hope will change the encampment situation in Brantford to prevent. It hinges on prevention and treatment.
It follows on what the provincial government announced in August, and they're moving from harm reduction, following the Alberta model. They're moving into a major investment in treatment hubs. And in Brantford, there is an application going to be made for a treatment hub in Brantford. And I think what that does is it gives us the ability to focus more on actual prevention and treatment and rehabilitation rather than just simply harm reduction. But there's a whole set of public policies that have to go along with that to make that really effective. Like, for example, if we have a treatment hub in Brantford, I think we could then have a drug diversion or a drug treatment court in Brantford. It's hard to do that in Brantford right now, because if you can't provide the rehabilitation option for those that are going through the criminal court system, like, instead of jail, you can take treatment, but you have to have the treatment. And so we're hoping that with a treatment hub, we can provide the support that's needed to have a successful diversion court.
Okay.
There are other issues as well, like reviewing the Mental Health Act, which hasn't been
Yeah.
reviewed in 30+ years, looking at options for compassionate mandatory treatment, really focusing on community treatment orders, which are a really effective way of dealing with this. But, you know, that act has not been reviewed in 35 years.
And times have changed.
Times have changed.
Yeah.
I think we need to take a look at it. Not to go
Okay.
back to what we were doing in the 1960s. No one wants to go there. But, you know, when I have someone outside City Hall for the last 3 months who clearly has serious mental health issues, and I've got to know the person a bit, and to let them sit on the street and sleeping in doorways untreated, at risk to themselves and those around them, is that compassionate?
Yeah.
I don't think it is.
Okay. We'll have more on your proposal then your next visit.
More to come.
Okay.
Okay. Meanwhile, we'll be enjoying Ferrero.
We will be. Thank you, Mayor Kevin Davis from the City of Brantford. We're back with more Morning Live right after this.